Venice and Florence might be two of Italy's most beautiful cities, but Venezia and Fiorentina is no classic of the Italian fixture list, with the Venezia only having faced Fiorentina at home previously 70 times. The last time Fiorentina traveled to Venezia was during their push to win promotion from Serie B in 2003-04, which unusually saw the league made up of 24 teams. The match took place in the 5th of May in 2004, and there was a very important score from Zizis Vrizas, the Greek forward who would later miss the promotion playoffs to represent his country at the Euro 2004 winning campaign. And the other goal for Fiorentina was scored by Christian Regano, bomber Rigano. Fiorentina would later edge out Perugia in the playoffs to seal their return to the Serie A after back-to-back promotions. The most recent Fiorentina-Venezia fixture in Serie A in the Lagoon of Venice took place in the 10th of February in 2002. Win for Venice, who brushed aside Ottavio Bianchi's Fiorentina team despite the presence of a young man by the name of Adriano, who would become one of the most feared strikers in the world during subsequent stints at Inter and Roma. Federico Magallanes and Filippo Pippo Maniero scored the goals for the Venezia that day. Before the travel of time, before other statistics, we want to move inside the stadium. Artemio Franchi, here is the helicoidal stairs, scale helicoidali, originally built in the 30s and was part of the monument that is also the stadium, the home of Fiorentina. But we want to move to Venice again, back in 1994, when Gabriel Omar Batistuta and Stefan Effenberg scored the goals for the important win that move Fiorentina at the top of the Serie B league. It was a very hard fight, but it was the last fight for over 30 years. Indeed, it had been a long wait since Fiorentina won a stunning 6-2 at Venezia in the 66-67 edition of the Serie A. Legendary players Kurt Hamlin and Claudio Merlo both scored the braces that day, as the Viola continued to lay foundations on the team that would go on to win the club's second Scudetto. And overall also it was a piece of the culmination process that put the European silverware, the Cup Winners' Cup, in the 61-62 years. Monday night's clash promises to be a very tricky day for Fiorentina. We have a problem with some players that need to return from the injuries. First of all, Gaetano Castrovilli remains a doubt as he works his way back to the full fitness. There is also the condition of many players who have been away on international duty to keep in mind. Several of them will only return to Florence towards the end of this week. Dusan Vlahovic scored against Luxembourg on Saturday to hand Serbia top spot in the World Cup qualifying group, while Matija Nastasic and Nikola Milenkovic were also involved in that game. Over in South America, Lucas Torreira, Lucas Martinez Cuarta and Nico Gonzalez were involved on Sunday night as Argentina beat Uruguay 3-0 thanks to the goals from Leo Messi, Lautaro Martinez and Rodrigo De Paul. There are plenty of decisions that Vincenzo Italiano have to take before the match. I had the trip to Venezia, and with the condition of the international contingent sure to the influence to the coach's thinking. One player certain to miss out, though, is Bartolomei Dragoschi, who is currently working on his return from his injury. In his place will be Pietro Terracciano, who already produced some excellent performances this season. First of all in mind is the one against Atalanta, the away victory for Fiorentina, the first away victory of the season, and the experience of Pietro Terracciano could be very helpful to the team. So thank you all for the attention, and don't miss the match on Monday night, 20:45 in the Stadio Penzo, in the middle of the Venice Lagoon, Venezia, Fiorentina.